All right, guys, here we are. This one is from Fort Myers, Florida. I did start cracking it open before I realized I was not recording, so I stopped there, hit the record button. Now I'm going to go back and say what I just said. Fort Myers, Florida. I think this is a spring training return, and this is why I think so. It does not have any protection in here. Now, if it was like an umpire or some random retired player down there, they probably would have returned my card saver or whatever protection I had. If it was a spring training guy, I could just see them throwing it back in the envelope and being like, whatever, there you go, kid. So I'm hopeful it's spring training, but every time I hype up a spring training return, it's never a spring training return. So let's finish opening this up here. Utilizing the blue tape this time so you guys can see the front of the envelope for some reason. I don't know why that matters, but here we go. I see a single card, so I see Topps Living. All right, guys, check it out. Blake Snell. We know how sensitive these Topps Living cards are. It's a little scuffed up, but compared to like the Rosario I got the other day, pretty good. Although the Rosario had a black border, the red border probably hides a little better. But Blake Snell, guys. How awesome is that? 2018 Cy Young Award winner. Let's look at this signature here. Not bad. Looks like the Sharpie. Let's throw some light on here. Looks like the Sharpie held up. I don't think it's smeared. I don't think it's faded anywhere. Looks like it's just a pretty clean signature. Very nice. Card held up okay, considering there was no protection in there. So this is my third spring training return. I got Jed Lowry, I got Ahmed Rosario, and now Blake Snell. So not too bad, guys. Ramped it up a little bit. Too bad he's on the Rays. He's kind of hidden down there in Tampa, but awesome return. Very excited about this, guys. All right, let's see who else we've got here. This card came in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We got Elroy Face back. Man, that was fast. That had to have been a week or so. It's a 1963 Fleer right there. There's a 1956 Topps. You guys might remember that if you watched my last card show video. Here I am picking it up right there. I think I got it for about $3, $3.50. Looks good. Signatures look great. And this last card, of course, the 1983 TCMA card. TCMA made cards between the years of 72 and 87. They basically just made vintage reprint cards. They didn't do anybody current that I'm aware of. I'm not an expert on TCMA, but there we go, guys. 3 cards from Elroy Face. He played for 16 years, primarily with Pittsburgh, pretty much his whole career. He went 18-1 in 1959 as a reliever. That's pretty incredible, actually. So, by the way, that TCMA card is signed beautifully, and he's 91 years old. Nice, steady hand. That's pretty impressive. Let's see who we got here, guys. Ron Brand, catcher for the Astros. Catcher for the Montreal Expos. In fact, he was on that first Expos team in 1969. He came up with Pittsburgh, played 8 years in the majors. Not very sexy numbers, but he was a very serviceable catcher. You see here we've got 68 Topps, 66 Topps, and 65 Topps. So just missing the 61 there. 68 Topps is actually a nice looking card. When I sent that off, I was like, oh, that's a nice card. And signed all 3. Blue Sharpie, just like Roy Face did. Very nice cards. Nice vintage pile there. He's pushing 80, so again, a very nice signature from him. And he signed them all with his number 9, so pretty awesome. Let's get on to the send-off part of Through the Mail Monday. And by the way, for you youngsters out there watching this, you guys don't get scared off by these older cards that you might not be able to get a hold of. You can send an index card. You know, you can print a photo offline. You can do all sorts of things. Get creative, and you can mail these guys and get their signatures too. Give them a little questionnaire. Maybe they'll fill it out for you. Index cards, you can get creative, put their name on it, number, that kind of thing on there. So even these stadium cards that they come out with now with 2019 Topps, if you got these stadium cards lying around, send one to these guys like PNC Park or something. Who knows? Who cares if they didn't play there? Just something like that can kind of relate to them somehow. So even the old weird like relic cards with like the baseball mitt photos and all the weird stuff Topps is doing in 2019. I mean, those would work just fine too. I mean, those cards have little to no value as it is. So send them off and see what happens. All right, guys, here we go. Elroy Face. I got a 56 tops. I got a 63 Fleer. I think it's 63. And I got an 83 TCMA. One of those off brands. I think from 83 or 84. So you guys saw me get this at the card show the other day. At least, well, some of you did. And setting these off. There's his address, 3 cards. He signs in nice thin blue Sharpie, so it should look pretty good on this and on this, and we'll see how it looks on that one, but setting these off, here they go. All right, here's Ron Brand. He was catcher for Houston and Montreal, played for about 8 years. He also was a longtime scout of the Yankees. Got these 3 nifty cards from him. I'm going to send them off to his place in Prosper, Texas, and hopefully he'll get back to me soon. And that's it, guys. Another edition of Through the Mail Monday. Thanks a lot for watching. Join me next Monday at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's when I post these videos on Monday, in case anyone was wondering. Please subscribe and click the bell. You'll be notified when my videos go live. I got a few more videos set up for this week. Pretty excited about it. I got a PSA submission return I'm going to crack into. I can't wait to see what I got. Not as many cards as last time. 156 this time. I think it was 390 last time. That video is up on my channel if you want to go back and watch it. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining me. Can't wait for the start of baseball season. This Thursday, the Mets start off against the Nationals. Pretty stoked about it. Hope you guys are stoked about your teams and their seasons, and I just can't wait. Finally.